How's about a little bit of an artwork report? Episode 2. Heck yeah. Um, well, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about my most recent piece that I did. It's going to be an illustration of the Wing Gundam from Gundam Wing. I think that Gundam Wing is pretty cool. The series is pretty good, and I think the Wing Gundam looks really, really cool. I drew this for around a couple hours, I want to say. I didn't spend a whole night on it. I spent like maybe 3 hours on it, 3, 4 hours on it. I would say that at the end of the day, it looks pretty good. Some things that I think I'm understanding a little bit better are perspective, a little bit. I would say like the actual blocking process is a little bit better. I think the shading on this work looks miles better than the shading on some of my previous works. Obviously, it's not perfect. And I tried to do something a little bit more unique. I tried to go for a more like blocky sort of shading style. And I think that that worked out kind of cool. I think it looks cool. I mean, like, I just like how it looks. I would be willing to do it more in the future. Obviously, I still have so much to learn. I literally just put like a random sun in the background. Not really anything crazy. I didn't really like think about it too hard. And that's the thing, is like I just didn't really think about everything too hard. I wasn't trying to overthink everything. I wasn't trying to like, I wasn't trying to like be brutal on myself or anything. So why don't we go into the little bracket here? So the bracket is, I would say, some things that I learned from this piece. I think I learned a little bit more about like actually just straight up drawing, like just like the ability to kind of piece things out. Like I remember on this middle piece here of his chest. By the way, this is the finished illustration. I'm not going to put it up for the entire time so you can see kind of like the drawing process. But the middle piece on the chest, like that yellow part, I kind of drew like the bottom middle part of it first, and then I drew the outer part of it afterwards. So it made it a little bit easier for me to actually draw that part. And then like the legs and stuff, I actually took I think like the rest of it is pretty straightforward. Like it's just like straight out looking at the camera, but especially like specifically for the leg, that one that's bent and looking like all the way down, I actually took my own model kit of the Wing Gundam. It's not the exact same Wing Gundam, but I just needed to see what the leg looked like, like bent like that, and I think that that really helped. So for future like projects and stuff, I would like to kind of do something more like that, right? Like where I can actually take a reference and replicate it, right? And something else that I was like doing as well is I tried to do something like this before. Like I tried to draw the Wing Gundam already, but it just didn't really work out because, well, it just didn't work out because I obviously didn't know the proportions of the actual character, right? I think that was really like a little bit frustrating for me. But at the same time, there was a way to fix it, right? There was a way for me to fix it, and I did. The way that I fixed it was I took a picture of the Gundam itself, and I, placed it down on a document and just kind of blocked out like what it looked like, what the different parts, like how big I thought they looked, like I thought the head was like only a smaller portion, the chest is a little bit bigger, the legs are like the longest part obviously, and then the arms are also quite long. The wings also were very long, they went all the way down to the feet pretty much. So yeah, I kind of just blocked it out like that to make my proportions a little bit more accurate. Obviously still not perfect. I would say in the final product the head is still a little bit too big. And the chest is a little bit too stubby. Other than that, though, I would say the proportions are relatively okay. Maybe the arms are a little bit too short. I think I forgot a little bit of the inner part there that kind of connects the arms together. But that's okay. Obviously, I'm still learning, right? I'm not going to be perfect yet. But I think it's going a lot better. I'm really happy with how it came out, even though it's not perfect, right? And I'm eager to learn more. I think some things that I do still need to improve on is the shading. I need to make it a little bit more interesting, a little bit more like accurate, right? Obviously, I'm still not really accustomed to that kind of shading style of just like making it look nice, I guess. Also, obviously some smaller things like it's not symmetrical. The pieces of it are not symmetrical. So that's, just something I need to work on as well. Maybe some more dynamism. I feel like the final product came out a little bit like flat, right? It just looks kind of like emotionless almost. just because it's kind of flat. But other than that, I think I did a pretty decent job, and I'm fairly happy with it. The Artist Report is a series that I'm just literally reporting back on my drawing, and that's it. Like, it's just me talking about a drawing that I've done or progress that I've done or something, and talking about it, right? And I think that that will go doubly well when I do another one of the art style replication kind of challenge videos. Because I want to do more of those, but at the same time, like I just wanted to do something like for myself again. So yeah, I mean, I think that next time I will probably do another artwork replication of a different artist, maybe from the Pokemon TCG or just like whatever, right? I could do from however or whatever I want to do it from. I could, and that's the thing about the series is that I can actually just straight up do it from like whatever, you know. It doesn't have to be specifically a Pokemon artist. That's kind of my idea for the series, right? So yeah, I mean, I hope you guys are interested in that kind of like this content, I guess. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. If you like the illustration, leave a like, and if you didn't like the illustration, then leave a dislike, so you let me know that you hate it. Other than that, what else do I have to say? Subscribe, maybe, perhaps subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you later.